This will be an update on Dennis Romich. Now, I've got conversations about it. I met Dennis at McDonnell Douglas about 1992, and he heard me talking about my book and prevention when at 2060, and I didn't think a lot about it, but he stopped me and asked me about my book and what he could do. And what he'd done was to start prevention. And I suggested, well, if you're close to 2060 on a Snellen, you have a chance of getting out of it. To me, getting out of it means I personally pass the DMV test, which is basically 2040 with the clarifications. Anyway, here is Dennis Romich. Okay. Now, I was thunderstruck. I didn't believe you could get out of -4 Diopters. I still refuse to claim anything like that. But Jake Steiner did it. And by I mean did it from -4 or so and get to the point where you pass the DMV. I don't even make claims to be able to do that. So here's Dennis Romich's statements, hard to read, but he's about -4.5 when this is last reading. And this is, the date was 1976 of all things, and the guy's name was Lotano. And he had some astigmatism labeled as plus. So how do you go from -4 to pass the DMV? Still a big mystery to me. I just report what I see. I report facts. I don't report interpretations. But I did write this up for Dennis. Dennis Romich has successfully restored his previous nearsighted vision, 2300 eyes to normal, meeting the visual requirements for a Maryland state driver's license. Okay. So I'd gotten this question, and I was just amazed. I'm still amazed. I do not advocate that people at -4 attempt to get out of it. That would be wrong for me to do that. I do advocate that people get a choice when they have Snellen up and are reading between 2040 to 2060. 2060 letters are 1 inch high at 20 feet. So that was Dennis Romich, and that was the report that I could not find. I deeply appreciate Jake Steiner because he's getting people to do some of these things. I look at subscribers. My only subscribers are my immediate relatives. And of course, they were skeptical about this. But I told them it was either or when you're in high school, entering college. Because if you don't wear a plus for doing near work, your vision will go down at steady -0.5 diopter per year. And this is characteristic of all normal eyes. They all do it. To think that anybody will help you with anything who are medical is to lose your mind. They're not going to help. And in a way, I don't blame them, because this must be your solution in engineering and science. And there is no medical person who will help you. So, my purpose was to help my immediate relatives never go below 2050 to 2060. And that meant wearing a plus for close work. And a little added wrinkle, I was at 2050 and wore a plus for doing close work. When I got to 2020, I got this. Cute. So these glasses are plus 2.5, and these are plus 3. So I do it for fun of it and because it makes sense. So maybe a little crazy perhaps, but we're all crazy. So when I'm reading at 20 inches, I'm wearing a +3. When I'm reading at 13 inches, I'm reading basically through a +6, which is totally reasonable. If you choose to do this, I hope you're checking at 20/50 or so. And all you have to do is get a reading glasses at about +2.5, starting with +1.5. And they're very gradually, as your refraction changes to a positive value, you will at least be reading the 20/30 to 20/25 line. For most of us, that is a success. But the hard part is this must be done by yourself before you get in any deeper than 20/50. And I just talking with people for Jake Steiner, they do not like wearing the plus when they're at 20/40. And I feel bad about that, but I know they're stubborn and will not understand the problem in a way they could help themselves. So I let it go that way. I don't get into medical fights. I don't argue with medical people. They can't do anything. They're not going to do anything. The only person who is doing something is an ophthalmologist, Ruba Wong. Recognizes problem kids create. She has them using atropine while they still have 20/20. So that is a solution which most people will not like. The same with a plus lens. They do not like prevention if it means they must wear a plus lens and check their own Snellen, always passing the DMV. So let's let it go at that. I'll do some other statistics reports for the engineers around here. Thank you.